Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. In this video, we're going to continue our series where we highlight legendary weapons in Destiny 2 that have a lot of utility in the PvP environments and playlists. And in this video, we're going to be focusing on a hand cannon known as the Old-Fashioned. Now, this hand cannon, to me, is a winner on a lot of different fronts, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. Built into this hand cannon is an ability called Kill Clip, which is essentially reactive reload from Destiny 1. Basically makes it so that after you get a kill and then you reload the weapon, you will do additional damage for a short amount of time. Now, Kill Clip will basically increase the impact of this hand cannon without reducing its rate of fire. So you go from doing 45 to the body and 61 to the head to being able to do 81 to the head. So it's a nice significant jump in impact, and then a 60 to the body. So it's considerable, it's noticeable, and it definitely can help you in these situations where you get one kill but you're being pushed on by another guy. And if you can land your shots after reloading after kill number 1, then you can really be rewarded for your accuracy and make your shots count and get some nice multi-kills. I know people can struggle in these environments in Destiny 2 because of how the recovery system works and how important teamfire is. A lot of times they feel like they can't secure kill number 2 because they get ganged up on before they can recover their health or retreat or get a different positioning. So the Kill Clip perk kind of helps to offset that a little bit. Now, one of the things that I like about this hand cannon is the relationship between rate of fire and impact. So the thing about this hand cannon, it's very fair in both of those categories. It has a decent rate of fire. It's not going to be bop, 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 right? It's going to be a little bit more of a pace that you can control, and that's what I like about it. It's a very nice controllable pace that you're going to be shooting at. So not only is it controllable, but it also does a decent amount of impact. It's not going to be your high impact style hand cannons like the Bad News might be. But it's gonna still pack a punch, and you're still gonna be able to 3 and 4 tap opponents pretty consistently if you're decent with a hand cannon. So it definitely rewards people who pace their shots, and if you're doing that, you're gonna have a lot of success with this gun. In terms of accuracy, this weapon does have a lot of accuracy. You can see I'm going to be jumping around, juking out this shotgunner, and just 3 rapid shots in a row from the air. And just make short work of these guys. It's got a really nice hit registration, so you can have a lot of success if you're pulling the trigger quickly and keeping the reticle right on your target. It's going to be pretty accurate. Every gun has those moments where you think, man, my reticle's right on the guy, but didn't do any damage, didn't register a shot. I mean, those still happen. That happens. It's just, it comes with the territory, but it's a pretty consistent gun. The range on this hand cannon is pretty fair as well. I like it. It's this medium range. It's deceptively got a decent amount of range to it. At that medium range, you can still put guys down and do the full extent of your damage before that drop off starts to hit you. So I like the range on it. I would suggest coupling this hand cannon with an AR or a pulse rifle. You know, something like a Uriel's Gift, which we'll definitely cover in this series because it's a phenomenal AR, so we'll definitely cover that. But I've been liking coupling this with the Uriel's Gift, and on some of these smaller maps where I can manage the sight lines and cover pretty well, I'll actually rock a sidearm with it and do a lot of up close and personal combat while my teammates shoot from a different lane, and I can go and do flanking routes and things like that. It's a blast to use. So how can you use this gun effectively? Keep in mind, on top of just doing your standard hand cannon shooting and jumping and shooting, things like that, baiting people around corners, you can also do the pop punch, basically where if somebody gets too close to you, the hip fire accuracy is relatively good enough at close range that you can just quickly pull the trigger a couple of times and go pop pop, and then follow it up with a melee as people close the gap on you. So the pop punch can be effective. Actually, in some of the gameplay here, I do that in you know, for a double kill, back-to-back kills. I go pop punch, and get a double kill. Not only all of this, but the pros to the Old-Fashioned aren't just limited to its utility and consistent lethality. It also has an aesthetic that I really like. So to me, not only is a gun's usefulness important to me, but also the character that it has. And this gun definitely has character. It looks really cool, it sounds really cool, it feels old-fashioned, it reloads with a pretty cool animation. It's got a nice look to it with the sort of dated, aged metal look that it has. It feels like it's got a lot of character, and that's really important to me in a firearm. I don't know about you, but some of the guns that I remember the most in my history in competitive shooters are guns that had a lot of character on top of their overall utility. I think back into Destiny 1, and some of the guns that I'll never forget are guns that maybe they weren't the best thing in the world, but they were at least competent enough to hold their own, but they had a lot of character. They had their own lore, their own look, their own sound, their own animations, things like that. And this gun definitely has that to me. It definitely does have an aesthetic that is appealing. So how do you get this gun? I've heard reports of people getting it from a number of different activities, pretty much anywhere where you can get a legendary drop. I got mine after turning in an engram to Master Rahul in the social space. So that's how I got mine. Keep an eye out for this gun, guys. If you get it, use it. Tell me what you think about it. I am a huge fan of this firearm. I really like this hand cannon. It's a very well balanced gun to use in PvP. It has a nice pace, nice accuracy, nice rate of fire, nice damage output. I recommend it. So find it, get your hands on it, and go shoot some people with it. And I will catch you in the Crucible.